welcome to my channel. Today I'll be going through the unboxing of the Rumi Oracle. Okay, so for those of you who just are here to look at the cards, I'll put a little timestamp in the description below for you to do that. And for those of you who want a full review, let's get into it. Okay, so full disclosure, I actually didn't purchase this for myself. It was a gift. I had seen it before, but the guidebook kind of put me off, so I didn't get it for myself. But nonetheless, I did always like the artwork, and I felt that it was beautiful. So, I mean, I'm not going to turn down an Oracle deck, am I? No. Okay, so as you all know, it's done by Alana, it's written by Alana Fairchild, and I believe the artwork is by, I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, Razuli. And it comes in this like nice little box. I quite like it because it's a bit more slim than some of the other ones, but, and I'm just gonna pull it all out for you. I'll start with the book. So that's the book, and as you can see, it's like there's a lot of words in there. There is 203 pages, and all of the cards are numbered, and this has a contents, which is really awesome. The main thing that anyone needs in their guidebook is contents. The contents and the numbers of the cards so you can find them. There's nothing worse than having cards all over the place and not knowing where to find the meaning. Anyway, so as I said before, I am actually not a massive fan of the writing in this. I do like that each card has a little quote. I often just read that. But as you can see, there's a huge amount of information about it, and it isn't really broken down in any particular order. There is a little bit at the back that says, you know, usually refers to some kind of ritual in regards to the actual card. But reading through it for me, it kind of goes around in circles, and some of the cards sound the same to me. But regardless, that's just my opinion. And I understand that a lot of people might like that kind of writing. But in saying that, even though I don't really like the way it's, you know, the guidebook, what I've learnt to do in those cases, because I actually really enjoy the cards themselves, and I think they're really beautiful and they do speak my art language, as I like to call it, what I've done is I force myself to read the guide and just underline the key sentences that stand out to me that I think resonates with me. So then every time I go back to it in time, I'll just be able to go straight to my underline, my highlighted areas of that. So I would recommend you doing that for any other decks that you have the problem with the guidebook. Just try and underline the things that you like, and that can be kind of helpful, because there's no rules here, you know. I mean, you don't even really need to even look at the Oracle book. Some people don't even do that. I just like doing it just to get a bit of a guide as to where the author and the creative team were kind of at when they made the deck, because I'm a creative myself, so I find that quite important, the intentions that you put into things. But that's just me. So that's the book. I don't think there's really too much else to mention in there. I mean, there's a little bit at the front about, you know, how to read very briefly, some spreads, kind of just it's very similar to all the other Oracle and Tarot decks if you've got them before. I wouldn't suggest this as a first deck for anybody. I'm just going to be honest there and say that I wouldn't suggest it at all, unless you're an Oracle intuitive reader that doesn't need the book at all. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the beautiful artwork and the cards. So this is the size of the cards. Okay, so this is the size of a normal Rider-Waite tarot card, and as you can see, that's kind of the size. So they're kind of this, I mean, they're just a standard Oracle size deck. I fortunately have gigantic musician hands, so I am able to shuffle stuff like this, which is awesome, but I know a lot of people do struggle. If you're new to that whole concept, you can actually shuffle them this way. I only learned that the other day. I was like, okay, so apologies, this is not in any order, as I've already opened it. Okay, so here we go. I'm sorry, it's actually quite glossy, and it's the cardstock's quite good. So you can spend a lot of time kind of gazing into these illustrations and find a lot of information from them. And you can see that they've all got the borders and the name of the card and the number just in the corner, which I like it because it's actually quite subtle. It's not too overbearing. And I get, is that around the wrong way? Yeah, sorry. And you could trim these if you wanted to, but I think it would change the illustration on the back, but that's up to you. I've never ever trimmed a deck. That's quite nice, isn't it? So as you can see, to me, I feel like these are more like abstract art. You know, I could have these hanging around my home, these oracle artwork. And I also think that this deck would work very well with other oracle decks, just to add that depth if you're doing a big spread. I haven't seen that one before, that's nice, isn't it? I just love the colours, they're so nice. It's right up my alley. Sorry. So yeah, I guess if you're a beginner oracle deck reader, there's not much symbolism in this. But I do like actually pulling these cards when I am going to have a nice relaxing bath, just to kind of look at the card and contemplate it before I get in, the message that it's trying to send me. And I imagine these would be quite good for meditation. And you could also pull them as a daily card. Still haven't used I haven't used this for very long, so there's some cards that I still haven't really seen, so. Be really good inspiration actually if you're a painter. I've been thinking of actually choosing one of these and just trying to do my own version. So yeah, a lot of them have like figures of people, but there's no animals, no like, or anything like that. It's just planets, colours, energy, and people. And plants, some of them have like kind of planty shrubs and stuff in them, or what looks like shrubs anyway. This has come up for me before. One. Just beautiful, isn't it? That's especially amazing. Look at that. very dreamy as well, I guess, isn't it? Okay, we're coming up to the last one. There we go. So yeah, that is the Rumi Oracle Deck. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell, and so you don't miss out when I post future videos, okay? Thank you for watching. See ya.